Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 2.38. Now, in this particular Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali is helping us to understand the impact of practicing Brahmacharya or the fourth yama. Now, let's take a good look at this sutra and start understanding it word by word to understand what exactly it's trying to tell us. So, the sutra itself goes, Brahmacharya Pratishthayam Virya Labhaha. Alright, so this is the sutra itself. Now let's take a good look at the meanings of each of the words and start understanding it a little bit better. So the first word, of course, is Brahmacharya, which is the fourth limb of the yamas, and this word essentially refers to disciplining your energy and the way you utilize it. Of course, in a much more narrower sense, we consider it as the way you use your sexual energy and how you utilize it in a more efficient and effective way. But in a much wider perspective, it doesn't only apply to your sexual activity, which is just one part of it, but it applies across the board to the way you conduct your overall daily life, how you invest your time and energy, and how you conduct each activity in an orderly way. So for a large extent, I would say that it really does indicate the Ayurvedic lifestyle. It does indicate kind of having respect for the way that you conduct your day and doing it in a way that is really mindful and doesn't waste or take up too much of your psychic energy. So that is Brahmacharya. Now it's giving us the second word as Pratishtha, of course, which has been showing up in the previous sutras as well. And this refers to the firm establishment. So it's saying Brahmacharya and then it's saying Pratisthayam, which means the firm establishment of Brahmacharya as a principle. Then moving forward, of course, we come to the next two words which are indicating the impact or the effect. And it says Virya Labhaha. Now, Virya essentially refers to vitality, a certain sense of vigor, dynamism that enters your body. And Labhaha means advantage or the gain in this situation. So, if you look at it entirely, what the sutra is trying to say is that when we practice Brahmacharya and it becomes a very strong part of our personality and the way we conduct ourselves and operate, then we gain a lot of vigor, we gain a lot of vitality and energy and dynamism, and we're able to conduct ourselves from that perspective. Now, let's understand the sutra a little bit better as well in just a moment. Alright, so this sutra, of course, is telling us what happens as a result of practicing Brahmacharya. And I have to say that in this sutra throughout, we're being introduced to the concept of conservation of energy and utilization of it in the right way. Now, for a lot of people, their life goals are different. Everybody has different preferences. Everybody wants to do different things with their life force and their energy. But those on the yogic path have a particular kind of purpose. Most of us are here because we want to live more consciously. We want to live in a way that is in sync with who we are on the inside. And that's why we really look up to all of these sutras. We want to know more and we want to go further on this journey. So for people like us who are interested in really maximizing our energy, being effective and efficient people, what is really important is to start to kind of conserve our energy. And that also happens through a very disciplined lifestyle. I'm sure you've heard of the term decision fatigue. And that happens when we just step into the day not really knowing what we wanted to do, not really having that much discipline, just kind of, taking the day as it comes sometimes. But when we have a certain amount of discipline and we're very intentional about how we'd like to conduct our day, that makes a pretty big impact. And that kind of helps us conserve energy because our decision-making process is reduced and we are able to use the energy more effectively and get less tired. So I would also go a step further to say that the Ayurvedic lifestyle is really, really helpful in this regard because I feel like it syncs our body rhythm with the rhythm of nature and helps us to be more energized and more productive throughout the day. Personally, I have also noticed that the days when I wake up late, I'm not as productive as the days when I wake up before sunrise or with sunrise and conduct my day in sync with nature. So there are a lot of studies as well on the fact that, having a system that is in sync with nature's clock really does boost our immunity, boost our vitality, and make us that much more productive. So that is definitely one element of the way in which Brahmacharya can be conducted. But of course, the second element, of course, is the way we conduct our sexual lives and how we kind of conserve our energy. Now, over here, we have to give a disclaimer and say that it's not trying to tell you to never engage in sexual activity. What it's saying is to just be mindful about it and to kind of make decisions in a way that you are safe and that your mental health is protected and you're not engaging in it in a way that's going to harm you in the long run. So that's what Brahmacharya is all about. It's a form of self-love, but doing it in a way that inculcates discipline, that inculcates mindfulness and intentionality. So once we do this, we now develop a certain level of vitality and vigor in the body because we have so much energy to do all of the day's tasks. And that energy can now be put to good use in work, in whatever charity that you're trying to work on, in anything that you're trying to do for society. You're somebody that's going to have a lot of dynamic energy and a lot of energy just through the day. I think a lot of times people say that I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I don't have energy. And I think, yeah, one is because we're overworking ourselves sometimes, but two is also because we may not be following the discipline and the lifestyle that we need to help us to cultivate more energy. And that's on us, right? That's something we can fix and work towards. So Brahmacharya kind of provides a solution for that. Secondly, I think one more way in which we can actually see this in live action is athletes and even army personnel are advised to restrain or restrict their sexual activity closer to an important game or to an important battlefield event that might be taking place. And this happens because even they recognize that to conserve energy and not engage in sexual activity will help you to actually perform better the next day, because sexual activity takes up a lot of your energy. You lose your vigor a little bit. And if you conserve that, the next day you're going to be able to have a lot more dynamism, vigor to take into the battlefield or into the sports game with you. So this is something that's very true on a practical level, on a physical level, and it's something we can use to our own advantage when we're working on something as important as our yoga sadhana. So I hope this video has helped you to understand the impact and the benefit of Brahmacharya, and you're able to take away some important key points from this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and do subscribe to our channel, as that's really helpful to us, and we promise to keep giving you incredible informative videos just like this one. Now, if you'd like to stay in touch with us, we're also doing workshops and classes. The information is in the description, and we'd love to see you in a future class or a workshop. Until then, take care, and we're going to see you very soon. Namaste.